Hey everyone. So I want to take a few minutes to explain what you need to do here in Integrating Sources Part 1. We're working on distinguishing between summaries and paraphrases and direct quotes, how to use them properly, how to integrate them, how to do them in terms of like a summary and a paraphrase. So parts of this little quiz / assignment are pretty self-explanatory. Other parts of it, I don't want to say they're complicated, but you definitely have to sort of pay attention to what's being asked of you so that you know exactly what you need to do. So I'm going to go through each little section here and explain it in more detail. So, all right, question 1. We have 2 passages here, right? The first passage is from a source. The second passage is a student's attempt to use information from that source. What your job is to figure out if the student's attempt was a summary, a paraphrase, or plagiarism, right? So you have the original source material here in italics, right? Read that. And then here is how the student has attempted to use information from this source. Is it a summary, a paraphrase, or did they actually plagiarize in some way? All right, question 2, same exact concept. We even have the same source material here. It's still the same exact passage, but now we have a second student's attempt, right? So was this student's attempt a summary, a paraphrase, or is it plagiarism? Right? Whoops, I'm not really trying to answer that. And then question 3, same thing. We have that same source material right here and a third student's attempt at using material from that source right here. So reading this student's attempt, what is this, a summary, a paraphrase, or is it plagiarism? Right? So it's using the same exact passage all 3 times, but it's 3 different students' attempts at using information from that passage. Is it a summary, a paraphrase, or is it plagiarism? Right? Okay. Question 4. We're going to be working with summaries here. You can see there is a link right here. It says handout link, more chores, fewer allergies. When you click on that link, it will open up a Word document that has a small article typed out on it called More Chores, Fewer Allergies. Your job is to read the article. Read it enough times to ensure that you fully understand what that article is about. It's not very complicated, right? It's actually from Time Kids. So it's not like super collegiate, advanced stuff here. But you still want to read it a few times to make sure you fully understand what the article is getting at. And then I want you to close it so that you can't see it anymore. And then here in this box, you're going to write a summary of that article and provide a proper APA parenthetical citation, the in-text citation. Make sure that you remember what a summary is supposed to do, what type of information is supposed to be included in a summary, along with what should not be included in a summary. And then make sure that you remember how to create the in-text citation and where it goes, right? Just do your best. This is practice. Question 5, we're going to start practicing paraphrases, right? So it says, read the passage below. After you've read it several times, ensuring you fully understand the main idea and supporting examples, write a paraphrase of the passage and provide an APA parenthetical citation. Use the trick on slides 8 through 11 of the Integrating Sources PowerPoint to help you. Slides 8 through 11 of that PowerPoint provide a 4-step trick for creating an acceptable paraphrase. Okay? This is the passage right here. Starts with the 20s were years when drinking was against the law, right? And then you're going to want to read that whole passage, make sure you fully understand the main idea and the supporting ideas. This is your source information right here, the author, where it came from, the year, all that stuff. And then here in this box, you will write your paraphrase and make sure you provide a proper in-text citation as well. Okay. Question 6, same thing, it's just a different passage, this one right here, but again, you're going to read it a few times, make sure you fully understand it, and then you're going to write a paraphrase for it with the APA citation. 7, question 7, same thing, it's just a third passage. Okay, read the passage, make sure you understand the main idea and supporting ideas, write your paraphrase with your in-text citation. Okay, so 5, 6, and 7 are all working with practicing paraphrases. Okay, remember that summaries and paraphrases are not direct quotes. Direct quotes are something different. It's a third way of using material from a source. So your summary and your paraphrases should not have direct quotes in them. That's the whole point, is to do something besides using a direct quote. We want to practice what a good summary should be and what good paraphrases should be. Neither of those should include word for word material from the source information. You shouldn't have anything in quotes. You shouldn't have anything taken word for word from the passages. Okay, so remember, summary, what it's supposed to do, what it should include, what it should not include. Paraphrases, what they're supposed to do, right? And use the tricks on slides 8 through 11 to help you. Make sure that you're providing the in-text citations in the correct spot for all of them, for the summary and all 3 paraphrases, okay? All right, and that's it. Again, this is practice. This is to help you get better at using a summary, using paraphrases. You want to save direct quotes, for only the most important or most impactful ideas from your sources. We really should use direct quotes the least out of all 3 types of source use. We want to rely most on summary and paraphrase. This is your chance to practice it, okay? But try to just remember what each type of usage entails. Remember what the citation includes and where it should be placed. Okay? All right. If you have any questions, you run into any problems, reach out. Otherwise, just do your best. And, in terms of how you'll be graded on the summary and the 3 paraphrases, I won't take off points for ability, meaning you don't necessarily have to have the most perfect summary to get full credit for that question. If you have made some big mistakes though, like your summary didn't actually capture what it was supposed to, if you got the ideas wrong, if it's clear from your summary that you didn't understand the article, then you're going to get points taken off for that. If you accidentally plagiarize, you're going to get points taken off for that. If you don't have the citation, or you're going to get points taken off for that. If you have the citation, but it's not correct, you'll get some points taken off for that. Not as much, right? All of it will be explained in my feedback though, but I just want you to know that I'm not looking to see that you have an outstanding summary. Try your best on that part. I'm really looking though to see if you can capture what a summary is supposed to capture and have the citation correct. Okay. Same thing with the paraphrases, right? All right. So again, if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, you're free to go ahead and get started.